Hey there. Have you ever had that sinking feeling when you get a 1 star review or a 2 star review and you're like on your product on Amazon and you realize, ugh, it's the end of the world. Everything's terrible. It's that almost like you take it personally. At least you realize it's not the end of the world and nothing necessarily bad's going to happen. Especially with just one negative review, but we all get that feeling. Well, anyway, I just got an email today about a 2 star review that changed to a 5 star review, and I just thought I'd share what I did to turn it around and how you could apply that as well. So first off, with reviews, I just want to talk about my general philosophy with reviews is, I think oftentimes we get a little too caught up in them. Like I mentioned in the beginning there, I sometimes will get to a point where I get a 1 star review or a 2 star review and I feel like it's the end of the world. Like, oh my gosh, everything's terrible. And it turns out it's really not all that bad just because you got a 1 star or a 2 star review. So what happened to me today was I got an email from Efficient Era that gives me alerts whenever there's a change in a review, and all I saw in the subject line was 2 star review, and my heart just totally sank. Everything was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I just got a 2 star review. And then I realized it says 2 star review changed from 2 star to 5 star review. So it went from, oh my God, the sky's falling, my business is going to go under because I just got a 2 star review, to, oh, actually somebody turned it around. So what had happened was they got a bad product and they gave a 2 star review. Now, granted, this was like in the fall. So as I record this, it's February. So it was about 4 months ago that they purchased their product and they left a negative review. Well, they had also left negative seller feedback, and I reached out to them and said, hey, I would love to help you out with making the situation better for you. And they said, sure, that's great. So they confirmed their address. I sent them a new product, and now they're happy because the one they got was good. Now, they didn't leave the review for several months. Now, as much as I'd love to say, hey, give me a new review whenever I give somebody a new product, I try not to actually worry about that. As much as kind of it hits you in the gut when, if you know that feeling, when you get a negative review, I find it tends to work pretty well to just say, okay, once those demons in your head, that head trash, that the sky's falling because you got a negative review, look and see, is it valid? And then, if there's something you can do to rectify the situation, you move on from it. So in this case, it was something I could rectify. It was just, a bad product. There was one little piece of it that was damaged, and so we just sent him a new one, and now he's totally fine. In fact, he ended up switching the review to a 5 star review. And again, I'd like to be able to just reach out to everybody and say, hey, I fixed your situation, so go ahead and give me a new review. But you can't necessarily do that under Amazon's terms of service. So I tend to just go with the philosophy of, as long as I take good care of my customers, at the end of the day, it's all going to work out in the wash. So I feel as though anytime somebody ever messages me and says that they had some sort of negative experience, whether the product didn't arrive at all, or there was a problem with the unit they received, maybe it was damaged, they weren't happy with it. So what I'll do is I will just give them a new product. Because the way I look at it is, if we can send them a new product and make them happy, it prevents a negative review. So sometimes the best way to fix a negative review is to fix the situation before it becomes a negative review. And then another thing I feel very strongly about is, whenever you have a customer who buys a product, you should send them an email. Like, not send a whole bunch of different emails, but just send, 1 or 2 emails. I send 2 different emails, one just saying, hey, if you had a problem, reply back and let us know so we can fix it. So that helps me resolve some of the issues on the front end. Then I send them another email basically saying, we would love to get their honest feedback. And I really do want their honest feedback. Now, what I find is the people that are unhappy will complain no matter what. So they're going to leave a 1 or 2 star review, especially if you didn't get the chance to fix the situation, or if you didn't fix it to their liking. But the people that are happy, because you fixed their problem. And so either they leave you a positive review, or in this case, the gentleman who switched his review from 2-star to 5-star, that was a positive situation. But then also what ends up happening is a lot of times people that are happy, they just go about their day. They don't even think to leave a review. So if you're able to message everyone and just say, hey, please leave me an honest review, we'd love to hear your feedback, you're going to get more reviews. So that's what I've learned, is that if you can basically just ask your client or your customer to leave you a review, you're going to get more 5-star reviews, because the happy people will do it if they're invited to. And then also, of course, just make sure you have a good quality product. So if you have a good quality product, you take care of your customers, you're going to have more positive reviews. And then in those situations where you end up with either what was potentially a 1 or 2-star review because you fixed it before they ever left a review, or they left a review and they were happy with how they were treated and they ended up switching it, kind of like this gentleman did here. So hopefully you found this video to be helpful. If you did, I'd love it if you click that little thumbs up icon. It helps other people find this video. And also subscribe to the channel, because again, it helps people find it, and that way we can also let you know when we have more videos available. So hope you're having a great day, and best of luck in your e-commerce journey. Take care.